What's good? Red Cup Chronicles every Wednesday. So I see we got 21 in the live. Ryan Murder Mason in the building early. Miguel Torres, what's up? G Free, yo, what's good with you, baby? Peso Mesa, how you doing? Ma, how you doing? You guys in the building right now. So real quick, as we get started, I want to shout out all the nurses on National Nurse Day. I guess we can call it International Nurse Day. Shout out to all the nurses. I shout out the first responders and the healthcare workers all the time, but shout out to you guys. It's International Nurse Day, so shout out to all the nurses for all the hard work you guys do. Much appreciated, and thank you for your service. So shout out to you guys. Reggie Jackson in the building. What up? TMI, what's good? Darryl, what's up, baby? So another note sidebar. So I released that video at 12 o'clock last night. I want to say this just to reiterate. My lives that are scheduled are always going to be Sunday at 11:30 a.m. That's Sunday service. Excuse me. And Wednesday at every Wednesday at 8 p.m. That's Red Cup Chronicles. The reason I reiterate that is because I see that some people are getting different times, and I see that sometimes these videos are popping up at other times. I don't know what's going on YouTube, the notifications, but every time I set it, I triple check it. Cuzzo just hit me up earlier. Matter of fact, shout to him. Happy birthday to Cousin Felix again. But he hit me up early. He had 6 o'clock, but my screen said 8 o'clock. So just so you guys know, the two lives that I always have scheduled will always be Sunday service, 11:30 a.m. and Red Cup Chronicles every Wednesday, 8 p.m. I don't care what time it says, that's the time we're doing it. Any other lives that pop up, that's just what it is. Any other videos pop up, that just is what it is. Mike Moss, what up, baby? Oh, Big Trinity, Connecticut. Hey, Anita Smith, how you doing? Yeah, you on time, man. Well, you good? Earn Money, what up? Pinnacle, what up? Jesse Shorts in the building. Felicia Jordan, 40, what up? Lloyd, I have it correct. The problem is it's showing up for other people for different times. I don't know why. Shout out to you, Lloyd. Julio was good. Eddie V, 905 in the building. Kirkwood in the building. Selena for life. What else? I see you missed that last live, but you're here now. Hey, Fly'em High, what's good? Shout to Big Spew. Yes, I'm big. I am Flip Flop, aka Big Spew sidekick. Today is also Big Spew's birthday, so shout out to Bo Rakes. Shout out to Big Spew on his birthday today. Yeah, Kevin Hammond. I did it as a premiere because I was trying not to get people confused, but I ended up getting people confused. Rocky, what's good, baby? Jeff D, Fox, what's up? Boss, salute to you, man. Made from Energy, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. Dennis Beecham, what up? Scorpio 305, what up? All right, so as you guys, Rich, what's up? Cash. Oh, you know my birthday gonna be straight. Listen, you ain't gotta worry about nothing. Once this place opens back up, my birthday gonna be stupid. Halloween gonna be stupid. I can guarantee that. All the other parties, we'll see what happens. But definitely my birthday is gonna be nuts in November. Guaranteed. Gerald, shout to Bermuda. Shall in the building. What up, Willis? Yeah, Joel, 11:30 a.m. Eastern time on Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday. Big J in the building. Blessings to you, bro. 29, I'm always on time, baby. Yeah, D, shout out to D. It's gonna be stupid in September. Lenny, what's good, baby? All right, so real quick, before you guys come with questions, whatever, when's Red Cup Chronicles more of a question Q&A type day, but something I wanted to get at real quick. We always talk about, I always check on you guys. I tell you guys, check on your people's, their mental health. You know what I'm saying? And I always ask you guys how you guys are doing. I went through kind of a boring day today. Shout to Taylor Made. I was with him yesterday. Shout to Therese. We linked up over there by Cheramico. Gave out some food with Taylor Made. Shout to him. I finally saw where the orphanage was. All these years I had no idea where the orphanage was, and it's right by me. So shout to Taylor Made. But I always tell you guys, check on your people, check on yourself. Look in the mirror, make sure you're good. Something I thought about, and I might do a video on it or not. I don't know. I think we should have the hustler's mentality. Now, listen, follow me when I say this. When I looked up the word hustler in the dictionary, it said scammer or all that. That's not what a hustler is, not to me at least. To me, a hustler is someone who always makes it happen. Now, yeah, we have street hustlers, we have bad hustlers, we have those type of hustlers. But a hustler to me is someone that always makes something happen. I had a pimp friend. He used to tell me all the time, I can sell water to a drowning fish. He said like this, hey man, you can sell water to a drowning fish, man. So that was my homeboy. And I tell people all the time, the way I've just gotten up and believed in myself and everything I've done is, one, because of my confidence, but two, because I'm a hustler. I feel no matter what happens, I can make it happen anywhere I go. So the reason I'm bringing this up is with the hustler's mentality is because you can lose things. You take losses. Like now, we're going through a lot right now. Mentally, this is a lot. Financially, I know it's hurting a lot of people. So you can take losses. The problem is, do you put yourself down and not be able to recover? Now, a hustler's mentality is always, I can recover. I've lost everything 3, maybe 4 times. I always pick myself back up. Always. Maybe one day we get one of those stories, but I always pick myself back up. The reason why people like 50 Cent, Jay-Z, Puffy are so successful and they've taken a lot of losses is because they come from nothing. So the mentality when they take a loss is, I can deal with this. I'm okay with this. And they go and they try to push themselves back up. Now, a hustler's mentality is when you take a loss or when you're going through something is, how can I fix it? How can I do better? How can I get out of this rut? Whatever the case may be. So that's why I say for most of us, take a moment to think about it. I was thinking about this earlier today because I was bored as hell today. Just that hustler's mentality of it's always going to be better. It's never as bad as it seems, which I always preach, but it's always going to be better. I can make it better. That's a hustler's mentality. You know what I'm saying? A hustler may have, if you talk about a street hustler, he may have $5 in his pocket. He gonna find a way to flip that $5 to $100. They ain't gonna take the $100 and flip that $100. You understand what I'm saying? That's just that mentality of never believing you're down and out. So for you guys that are mentally going through it, my only suggestion, the only thing I could think of that would make, in layman terms, make sense, is that hustler's mentality. Something I thought about all day. Just if you instill that hustler's mentality in your brain, it will help you believe that no matter what you're going through right now, no matter what you're about to go through, no matter what you've been through, you can still make it, you can still overcome it and do better. Apex, it was good. Queens in the building. Big Rod, what up? Jackson G in the building. Let me not cough, Jackson. DC in the building. What up, Kamar? Mac from VA. Francisco, I'm good, man. Black Mama, what up with you? A1 was good. JC in the building. Malachi, what up? Don Juan, what's up with you, Don? Apex, I put the video yesterday. I don't know. And it's really also about America. You got to remember, America got to open their borders as well. As far as I know, there's no international travel out of America at the moment. So America got to open their borders as well. But flights will be coming in June. That's definite. South Jersey, what up? Omar, Felix's birthday's yesterday. Bo Rake's birthday today, but I'm still shouting him out. Yeah, Felix's birthday yesterday. Cinco de Mayo. So, right now I tell people you're gonna fly out in June. Like I said, you're gonna be locked in. Anita, you know what's wild, Anita? So you teaching English, right? So I told you guys I was gonna take some Spanish classes on YouTube. I didn't get to it yet. I'll tell you why. I found audiobooks on YouTube, some books that I wanted to read. So I've been sitting for hours listening to audiobooks. I did 2 today. I couldn't do the whole thing because something like 8 hours, 10 hours. So I did like 3 hours of one, cut it off. Then I went to another book, started that one. I can do multiple books at once. Then did 3 hours of that one. Then went back to the first one. Then I said, all right, no more for today, and just started watching some documentaries. I will get to the Spanish classes, but once I found these audiobooks, shout out to Eric for that too. He put me onto the audiobooks on YouTube. I couldn't help myself. Hey Lloyd, facts. You can't trust the business person who's never taken an L. That's real. How do you know how to succeed if you've never failed? Ain't nothing wrong with that, Anita. We know when you ain't around, you busy. It's all good. Rico Toro, shout out to Rico, started his YouTube channel. That's what's good. We got 120 up in the building, 51. Hit that like button, y'all. Mulana in the building. What's up with you? Jamal, VA in the building. Korea Davis, the word of the day is hustler's mentality. Just have that, have that mentality to stay up. Just believe in yourself, and I preach it to you guys all the time. I'm sure some of you tired of hearing of it. I'm sure some of you guys love when I say it. For every negative, there's a positive. Nothing is as bad as it seems. There's always a way. I don't care what it is. There's always a way out of it. You know what I'm saying? You look at Nelson Mandela. He was in prison. He was supposed to be in prison the rest of his life. Ends up becoming president of the country. I mean, he never gave up hope. You know what I'm saying? So for me, there's always, and I don't know where the Nelson Mandela thing came from. It just popped in my head. But for me, it's always look at the positive. And that, right now, like, listen, I'll tell you guys right now, flip-flop being closed for me is devastating. Forget the financial part, yeah, it's definitely hurting. But I don't have much to do. I kind of revolved my life around that business. You know what I'm saying? That was my, I got to conversation with you guys every day, come through, talk sports, watch sports, put guys on, have sports arguments. That was my go-to every day. You know what I'm saying? Meet new people. So that not being there, like I said, financially, yes, it does hurt being closed this long. Who knows when we'll be able to open again? Like I said, as soon as things are in order, I will be opening up. But it's one of the things where it's kind of a downer. Like, damn, I don't get that interaction anymore unless I'm on these lives with you guys. But I don't get the interaction of human interaction, talking to people and kicking it and having sport. There's no sports, so having sports arguments. Now we're arguing about past games and stuff. Games that already happened, watching the Jordan series and stuff like that. So, for me, it's mentally stressful sometimes, but I know how to control that, Cash, the birthday dates. My birthday is November 18th, so the weekend of November 18th. William Dallas in the building. Simple logic, buying a home in DR, it's anywhere you want, wherever you feel comfortable. I will say that you would have to go to the area you think you want to buy in, stay there for a little while first before buying. Just my 2 cents. Oh, Jesse, NFL said they on. College football said they on too. Appreciate that, Miguel. I try, man. No, another thing, Reg, I'm glad you asked that question. So Mr. Reggie Jackson said, I'm flying in June 5th. Is there a 14-day quarantine? No, that is Colombia. I know Colombia has a 14-day quarantine. DR has no quarantine at this moment. I don't think they plan to. DR needs tourists. They can lock you in for 14 days. I don't believe so. So at the moment, no, that's a big rumor going around. People keep calling me. I'm like, no, that's totally false. And like I said, I put the video out. Everything that's in the video was the preliminary. And like I said, the dude came on and the memes going around. There's like 20 memes going around with this dude. There's a lot of things he did not say. All he didn't say it was false. All he did was say there are no dates. He said the May 11th date is totally false. Someone put that out there. He said the whole entire thing was a preliminary plan. They're negotiating a plan. None of it is set in stone. As I told you guys, they're just working out a plan. But the May 11th date is totally false. They have not put that out yet. Ray Lawyer, what up? Tony, yeah, Halloween gonna be lit, man. And after all this, I think Halloween may be the next Super Bowl. Hey, Ray Lawyer, for the audio books, you just gotta go into YouTube and type in the title of the book you want to read, and it should pop up. That's how I found it. I didn't find a certain YouTuber that did it, but I just typed in a name of, well, I did find one, excuse me. Then I typed in a bunch of books and I found audio books, and it was at the actual audio book from the author. So it was dope. Haters be motivated, you already know. Anita Smith, so she says, there's something good out of every bad situation. We just don't see it sometimes. That's 100%. I guess that's the best way to put it. That's probably what I'm really trying to say. We don't see the good in every situation. We get too caught up in the bad of the situation, and we never even open our eyes to what could possibly be a better outcome. Rather than we only do the, oh my God, woe is me, woe is me. We don't actually look and say, you know what? There's a positive in this particular situation. Felicia Jordan, it's all good. I'm here for you. Shiz ATL, what's good, man? What's new, man? I'm just surviving, man. Keeping my head above water, doing my push-ups, saying my prayers, eating my vitamins. That's all I could do. Shout out to the hoaxer. I was a little hoaxer back in the day. Nah, Big Trini, it's not true. There's no 14-day quarantine. I don't know who's spreading that, bro, but it's totally false. Sean Patrick, what's good? Marcus, yeah, I closed the restaurant for now because it wasn't worth the headache dealing with the police, and I just didn't feel like being bothered. But like I said, when things get halfway back to normal, I will open up and do takeout again. But I'm not rushing. It's all about when things are ready in order. Hey, 29, appreciate that, baby. Oh, 40, man. I'm trying to get some of the wings now. Simple logic, no doubt. K. Dot, Scorpio, you already know. Jesse. Rich, who is my college football team? I have a few. I like Florida State. I'm an Ohio State fan. I like Penn State. I don't have like one college team because it's not like pro teams. I'm talking football though. I've grown to like Clemson. Not much of an Alabama fan. I'm an LSU fan. So I pretty much have a few. Notre Dame. I've always been a Notre Dame fan. I have a few different teams I like. November 19th. That's what it is. November 18th. You already know. Some guy made a video about me, Lenny. We don't talk about those guys though. We let them live. No doubt, Black and Mild. Appreciate that. M4, what it do? Gary Jones, Kenneth Davis, what's up? School gonna be here in November. Okay. Hey guys, let's get those likes up. 141 on the chat, 78 likes. Yeah, nah, there's no 14-day quarantine. I don't know who started that. Someone just made that up, and people been running with it in all these groups. And I had to tell people like that is not true. That nowhere in DR has anyone said anything about a 14-day. They didn't even. It hasn't even been a fake rumor down here about a 14-day quarantine. So nobody in Dominican Republic has said anything about 14-day quarantine. That's coming from the U.S. Trust me when I tell you. It hasn't even been a fake meme down here. Selena said, "Oh, November 18th. Oh, she's the star." You got a trivia question for me, Gary Jones? Go ahead. Big D, what's good? Dario Sims, appreciate that $9.99, brother. Definitely appreciate it. Do they serve alligator? Nah, I don't think there's no alligators over here. KD, what it do? Rich, what college team my money go on? Usually LSU, Bama. I can pretty much throw money, but I bet on all the teams. It's whoever I like at the moment. Add one way. What was my biggest fear about becoming an expat? I don't really have many fears. I have personal fears, but nothing I could say that I was scared of something. Well, I would say getting caught up in nonsense. If you guys understand, a lot of nonsense happens around here. You know, shout out to John, me and him, we're talking every day. And I've said this in many of my videos, and I'll say it again. In Sosua, your bad news is everyone's good news. Or you could say it, the only good news is your bad news. You know that. So I didn't want to get caught up in that. And I've certain here and there I did, but I had to back away from situations. But that's probably my only fear was just getting caught up in the expat nonsense that goes on out here sometimes. And you learn, but real quick, you learn who's who. And I'm a good people person. I read people very well. So once I get a certain vibe with you, I just leave you alone. Yeah, cousin, I'm surprised he not on. He hit me up earlier. Shout out to Felix for his birthday. His Facebook said he's 38. I don't know about all that though. I remember 47 being on the cake last year. Let me not blow him up. September birthday. I'm doing the bro. You can go back and Kobe adored Jordan. You know, it was Jordan who wasn't fond of him at first, and then grew fond of him. Jay Saint, what it do? Nah, there's no foot. Shout to Caribbean E, but there's no 14-day quarantine. I don't know where people are getting that from. I've spoken to tons of people that I've never been mentioned and never seen it anywhere. Any football teams that are not powerhouses, Memphis. Well, they became a powerhouse, so that doesn't count. Let me think. Off top of my head. I'll think of somebody. I like all college football teams. I watch a lot of college. That's how I know a lot of these players when it came to the draft. I watch a lot of college football. How do I feel about the Isaiah and Jordan situation? Everybody knew that 40. That's old news. I mean, for you guys that are in your late 20s, early 30s, most of you guys probably didn't know about that, but that's old news. But like Jordan said, it wasn't just him. They put it all on him. The way it went back then was it was all on Jordan. So most of us realized it was all on Jordan. But later on, as time went on, people started saying, you got Chuck Daly, who is Isaiah's coach. He's the head coach. And I don't think he even wanted him on there. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't just Jordan. No, right now the quarantine, the national emergency is scheduled to end May 17th. May 17th. Oh, exchange rates are high. I just got 55.60 the other day. Yeah, 55.60 I think it was. That was Jers, the construction thing going on during curfew was what I read to you guys before. But as I said, the people in the government said that there is no dates. The dates are all wrong. Paradise Life, you, what's up? The dates are all wrong. It's not set in stone yet. I appreciate that, Derek. Yeah, Red is good. Shout to John, shout to Red. When I tell you guys I kick it with John, him and Red are like best friends. Red wasn't with us the other day, but I saw Red the other day and play. Oh, Red's good. Red's just, Red's one of them dudes. This ain't nothing to him. He keeps a low profile, stays in the crib, comes out once in a while. I'll probably get up with Red this week or next week. Was it difficult to obtain? I don't have a residential visa, Dennis. I do not have one. I'm working on getting one soon, but no rush for me. Hey, Tremaine, I saw the video, man. That was nuts. They executed that kid. Anita, you don't know anyone. You know me. Well, put it like this. This is something I can probably discuss now. A couple of us were talking, and I'll go more in depth as me and a couple guys put this together because I don't want people stealing the idea. One thing we learned through the situation is about money, right? How money is scarce. If you're not retired, if you didn't have bank put away, you're hurting right now. Rent not getting paid. Not for everybody, but for a lot of people. For the 33 million that are unemployed, and for those that are just on furloughs and laid off work right now. But you do have people that can take early retirements, and maybe $3,000 doesn't sound like a lot in America, but it goes a long way in Dominican Republic. It goes a long way in Colombia. So it's something we were talking about setting up a service for that people who wanted to relocate and say, F it, it's time to move on. That can get $2,000, $3,000 a month, but you can't survive off $2,000 or $3,000 a month in America. Well, Dominican Republic, you can. You go back to my videos, Taylor May's videos, the cost of living. I've done 3 different cost of living videos. He's done like 4 or 5 cost of living videos, because the times change. But you can definitely live here for little to nothing. As long as you have that $2,000, $3,000 coming in every month, you can live very good here. I had a friend he was getting like $6,000 a month. I said $6,000 a month, you're God down here. Like you can have a house and anything you want. You just have to manage your money, not live like a tourist, as I've told you guys a million times. Yeah, he got to be like 59, 60. Omar, they ain't even talking about the beach. The beach is the last thing they want to open. That's the last thing. Appreciate it. I'm glad you're here. You got that red cup? That's what's up. No, Gary. No, Gary, because a lot of people think I'm small. So when they see me, they go, I get that look a lot. When people first see me in person, I get that look like you look way smaller on TV. So it is what it is. Shout to Paradise Life. Listen, shout to Paradise Life, the original group. Shout to Paradise Life Unlimited, Kevincito. Taylor May's also in that group. Shout out to Paradise Life Columbia, G's group. Shout out to the Paradise Life movement. Another thing, before I get back into these comments and questions, another thing. During this, I told you guys a bunch of times, we all should be focusing on the future as far as what we're going to do when all this is over. Now, me personally, I'm going to take flip-flop to a whole nother level. I promise you. I'm going to take it to, listen, we could do all this talking now. I've already been, half of my day when I'm not watching documentaries, doing audiobooks, talking on the phone, messing around, half of my day is planning and plotting the next phase for flip-flop. So this is actually giving me time just to do things on another level. I'm ordering stuff. I'm on the phone with people. We're not even close to opening, but I'm preparing myself for when we are open, that we are open on a whole nother level. So that's what I'm planning. I'm also taking, that's why I mention this now, I'm planning to take the Paradise Life movement to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? G's already started that. Ryan's already started. A lot of guys have already started that with me. But now we're going to take it to a whole nother level. I've got the t-shirts. We've got the t-shirts going. We got the hats coming. We're gonna make Paradise Life apparel, so where you kind of want to wear the Paradise Life brand. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna take Paradise Life to more parties, more adventures. You know, I'm gonna take it back to 8-9 years ago, where if I'm not part of your party or it's not a Paradise Life party, your party's a dub. Sorry, I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. I'm just letting you know where I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take this to such another level. And that's what I'm working on. That's my plan. The plans that I'm working on at this very moment for when things go back to normal. If you throw a party, and this is how it was. This is how it was 8-9 years ago. Don't let nobody tell you different. 8-9 years ago, don't let nobody tell you different. If you threw a party in Sosua and I wasn't part of it, it was a dub. Don't let nobody tell you different. They used to invite me to their parties and I didn't even know. Then I show up and I left, it was a dub. Don't let nobody tell you different. What's going to happen, and I ain't trying to knock nobody doing no parties. I'm just saying. What's gonna happen from this point on, if I ain't involved in the party, if it's not a Paradise Life party, it's gonna be a dub. I ain't gonna hate on your party. I'm just telling you, I'm gonna take parties to a whole nother level. I'm gonna do things that I'm gonna have to tell guys, put your phones away. We can't even record this. And whoever's my birthday party last year, woof, you guys know what I'm talking about. Put your phones away. We can't record this. No one can know that this happened. All right. That's it. So that's what I'm planning. That's why I said for you guys, everybody should be planning your next step, your next move. I'm working on more businesses, but obviously I can't do nothing right now. But I'm planning these things. I'm actually planning a ton of stuff, and I'm going to execute like crazy so that I finish off 220 with a bang, start 221 with an explosion, and we're just going to keep going on and on and on. Did I say 2021? Okay, I hope I did. Started off with explosion, just go. So that's where my mind is at. You know, I'm using the idle time. I get bored, but I'm using the idle time to put a lot of things in order and plant. The dog's going crazy. And plan a lot of things. So hopefully you guys are doing the same. Oh, Akron's cool. Okay, I get you. Hit that like button, guys. Jeffrey, what's up? Oh, Canada gets killed, yeah. Yeah, Reggie, that 14-day quarantine is a dub. Trust when I tell you. Are there any spot close to the structure of Sosua? Everywhere is kind of like Sosua. It's just that these ain't places we would normally go. No, okay, Hollis said it right. All right, I think it's where you guys are mistaken. So shout to Hollis. Hollis said the 7-day quarantine in Puerto Plata. Yes, Taylor May's right. There's the quarantine in Puerto Plata, not the airport. The city of Puerto Plata is under quarantine because of the prophet that walked around there. They locked down the entire city of Puerto Plata for 7 days, and they added another 7. That's a 14-day lockdown. So let's get it straight, guys. The city of Puerto Plata, after the prophet left, has been put on a 14-day quarantine. There is no quarantine when you come here. That entire city has been put on quarantine. It was 7 days, then they just added 7 more days for them specifically. That's now I understand where this is coming from. Yes, Taylor May was right. It was a 7-day quarantine in Puerto Plata. the city of Puerto Plata, which has nothing to do with the airport, because the airport's not in Puerto Plata. But either way, there's no flights going on now anyway. The quarantine is only for the city of Puerto Plata for the next couple of days because of what happened with that group of thousands of people out there for the profit. So that's what it is. Oh, bro, I got some stories, man. It's just when things pop in my head, I tell the stories. Queen's in the building. No, well, honestly, it was Magic, but it was all of them. None of the guys on the Dream Team got along with Isaiah. You got to understand something. Isaiah was not a very light guy. See, the difference between Isaiah and Jordan was not a very light guy, but Jordan was great. Everybody respected his greatness, and he gave respect to everybody, all the players. You may have not liked Jordan. He talked a lot of ish, but he gave you respect. If you beat him, he gave you respect. If you competed with him, he gave you respect. So even if you didn't like Jordan, you respected him because he didn't treat you like an asshole. He treated everybody with respect. Isaiah was just an asshole to everybody. And he didn't get along with hardly anybody. Listen, just go back and look. Chuck Daly is Isaiah's head coach. He's the head coach of the Dream Team. Why would Chuck Daly not say, I want my player? He didn't. No one did. No one wanted Isaiah there. Add one way, it definitely is feasible. Doc, what up? The flip-flop documentary, you better believe that. MVPG, there's no information now because it's all in the planning stages, all preliminary, all in the planning stages. 905, I would love that. I definitely would love that. Flying high, appreciate that, brother. You got the blue cup though. What's all love? Omar, we got some things in the works. Me and Taylor, shout to Taylor, man. We got some things in the works. There's some things in the works as we speak. Like I said, shout to him. I was with him yesterday. Shout out to Cerise. We saw Cerise as well. Gave some food out and all that. Anita, I do know they have a mental health place in Santo Domingo. I can't lie to you. I don't know much about it. I just know it's in Santo Domingo. Black Moon, I have Humana. That's the one I use. I need my hats, baby. I need my hats. Houston in the building. Oh, earn money. Listen, my last birthday party, whoever was there, shout to you guys who were there. I'm gonna get to cousin Felix in a minute. I had told everybody. I said we got two choices. We could party, or we could partay. You know what I mean? I said, but if we partay, can't be no video, no phones, no nothing. And everybody agreed, and you had to be there. I'm sorry, you had to be there. Cousin Felix in the building. Happy birthday to you. Yesterday was your birthday, but happy birthday to you. And once again, another happy birthday to Bo Riggs, Big Spew. What happens in PL stays in PL. Yeah, you gotta be there, man. I'm gonna start doing parties like that where you just gotta be there. You know, we're gonna be like Mickey and Mallory, Natural Born Killers. We're gonna leave somebody tell a story, but ain't gonna be no photos and videos. You had to be there. You're gonna hear the story, but that's all it's gonna be. Gilbert, exactly. Listen. You have nothing but time right for those. I know some people are still working, but even if you're working from home, we have time. You know, put some plans together. I got some videos I'm gonna put together for you guys. I'm putting business plans together, ideas together. Like I said, I'm ordering stuff for when we open, and I don't even know when we're gonna open. But I'm ordering stuff so that when we do open, you already walk through the door and you know, oh, these guys are clean, these guys are sanitary. They're taking it to another. Like I said, I'm taking everything to another level. You know, so if someone asked me in another live, what will I do if the government puts strict rules on sanitization and stuff? They couldn't make something that would be more sanitized than I already do. So, you know, I'm already putting things in place because that's just how I am. You know, but right now you guys should be planning. If you got bills that need to be paid, you got things that need to get done. You know, something you haven't done. Listen, another thing I'm taking away from this, for me, my personal thing. I'm gonna treat myself to a little bit more. I'm gonna treat myself. You know, I treated myself to a nice TV a couple years ago. Uh, I got my TV, my living room. A couple years I bought that. Treated myself. What else? I got my little table here, my little New York table. Treating myself every now and I'm like, you know what? Treat yourself. But go buy yourself something. You know what I'm saying? So I think I need to treat myself a little bit more. Maybe if there's something I really want, but maybe you don't need it. But if I really want it, and I can get it at the moment, treat myself to it. Because I kind of shut myself down sometimes. Man, Greg, you don't need that. But now I think I need to treat myself. Sometimes just treat yourself to certain things. So that's another thing I'm on now too. Just making sure I'm treating myself to the nicer things that maybe I turned down because I feel I shouldn't spend it. Spend it. Why not? Let's enjoy yourself. Because right now I'm sitting here. Maybe there's certain things I could have had that would have made this lockdown a little bit easier, for me. Dominican Shark Tank. Condos in Dominicanos is dope. I used to live there. Condos in Dominicanos is definitely dope. Facts. Zeke did beat everybody. Tampa Twan, shout out to you, baby. Come on, man. I got that wine. I'm only for the quarantine. I'm only doing wine. Only wine. I can't do vodka or nothing else right now. I did rum the other day. Shout out to Tommy. Did rum with him, but Derek, closest airport to Sosua is POP, Port Plata Airport. The prophet says Sosua is going to be resort tourism oriented. Sosua is already tourism oriented, but you can wait for the other stuff. Sosua is going to be lights, cameras, action pretty soon. Shout out to John, the last cold presidente, a flip-flop documentary. We might have to do that. Oh, word, shout out to D. So we're going to do mental health and flip-flop too. We're going to do that there too. Kevin, I don't know. Kevin Rice, I don't know about the tickets, the round trip. I don't even know. Like I said, I did not book my Colombia trip. I'm not going to do it just because Colombia's nervous. They may extend they ish for a longer time. So I'm not going to mess with it. Well, 905, the gun laws in DR, you have to have a permit for your gun. It takes a little bit of money to get it. But you don't hear about a lot of gun violence because bullets are very expensive. I can tell you right now, and please nobody be a hero, try to be a tough guy if this happens to you. 9 times out of 10, if you get robbed, there's no bullets in the gun. 9 times out of 10. Because the gun costs one amount of money, the bullets cost bread out here. So a lot of the guys don't have guns. I mean bullets, excuse me. So Santo Domingo to Sosua. Gary, no. Casa Marina is a resort. I never stayed there. I know a few people that have. They enjoyed it. But, it's a resort, so it's not guest-friendly or nothing like that. But I personally have never stayed there. No, I have friends who stay there. Shout out to all my Canadian friends, Russian friends that stay there. I personally know. I've never stayed at Casa Marina. And like Cousin Felix said, no visitation. Kendall, what's up with you? Thada Franca, how you doing, love? Yeah, treat yourself. You gotta treat yourself. Oh man, Jackson Jeter, you got big plans, man. You got bring the Jackson Jeter, bring the checkbook out, and we'll get to it. Kalo K.I., what's going on? Omar, yes, I need that Kansas City hat, bro. And y'all won the Super Bowl, so that's dope. I definitely got to add that to the collection. I'm glad you didn't forget me. Thanks, brother. What would I say for a first timer? Come enjoy yourself. Just come down here and enjoy yourself. I tell everybody, don't overthink. I think what a lot of people do when they travel, they overthink. My biggest thought process when I travel, passport, funds, backup funds, extra underwear. That's my biggest thought process before I travel. Once I know I got all that checklist, it's time to roll. Because anything else I can get on the ground. You know what I'm saying? If I forget my toothpaste, toothbrush, I can get them on the ground. Forget my deodorant, I can get that on the ground. I'm good. But just have extra underwear, funds, extra funds, passport, because you ain't going nowhere with your passport. And enjoy. Don't overthink. Gary Jones, my staff is good. I'm currently waiting. Thanks for asking, by the way. I'm currently waiting on to see if the government is going to continue with that that percentage of their money. I'm going to actually see them, if not Friday, then next week Tuesday. I'm going to break them off something just to see. I'm just waiting this weekend right here to see what's going on, if the government makes any statements right now. Gilbert, I appreciate it. Yes, you know that New York City confidence is always arrogance with us. And then there are people don't like that. New York City all day. KD, as far as I know, I can't say. I haven't seen anybody working over there. But I did see Willie in the street doing construction. Shout to him. I saw Orlando. He's the head of the Orlando from Flow. I saw him when we was out in Cheramico, me, Taylor, and Cerise. He's the head of the Bomberos, the fire department. So he was out there. They're doing a lot of cleaning up. I know that. The streets are being cleaned up. I haven't seen any renovations anywhere, though. Who is a beautiful lady? Vic Sims, I don't know. She just had the red on, so I had to throw the red cup. Yes, Anita, you're overthinking. Can't be overthinking. Anita, you of all people should know. When you overthink, you talk yourself out of a situation. You know, you tell yourself no before you give yourself a chance to say yes. So I try not to overthink with things. Because, you know, it's kind of like, what's the word? You psych yourself out, I guess. I got Mr. Infamous, appreciate that. I got something coming on the Patreon soon. Yeah, YouTube does shortchange the hell out of you. I'm actually putting a compilation video together this weekend. I already started, I just haven't finished it. So, Mr. Infamous, appreciate you. I will be adding some stuff to the Patreon page. If not this weekend, next week definitely. It's going to be a longer video of a lot of stuff in there. So, problem is, I'm just making sure people's faces aren't in there. Gary, bring the Ravens hat, brother. I wear all the hats. Bring it down. Mario, what up with you? No, right now, no word. We're waiting on it. We're waiting on it. All my peeps in New York is good. Like you guys know, my son, he's in the Navy right now. He graduated. He's in school at the moment in the Navy. My son and my daughter, they're good. So everybody's straight. All right, Gary, definitely. And right now, Mario, we're just waiting on dates. So we're just waiting on dates for the DR to open up. Word, Lloyd, make the bullets expensive. Yeah, they're very expensive. Yeah, Eddie V, that's called plata or placa. You're gonna leave certain days. Gee, yeah, shout to King Shooter and Fred DeGarson. I didn't really know King Shooter like that. A lot of my people was messing with Fred DeGarson, but shout to them. They passed away. Terma, any hat besides a Dallas hat. If you bring me listen, if you bring a Dallas hat, I never will toss any gift given my way. I'm not like that. But if you bring a Dallas Cowboys hat, it will be posted up in the bar. I'm not wearing it. My blood will not allow me to wear it. Anybody from NFC East, but it will be posted up in the bar. I'll make a little area for it below the Presidente beers. The cases, I put it under the cases. I don't know right now. He graduated. He's going to school to be starts with an M, a machine something. I asked him 20 times what it is. He says he does stuff. I don't know. It's all good, Black Panther. You ain't miss much. You here though. Yeah, see, my mother's been down. She's been to Santo Domingo. She said Alta Gracia, Villa Alta Gracia, when my son was born. So she's been down here. Darren, it all depends what you need. Do you need an apartment? I would say Airbnb. You need a villa. You know, you got villas, Airbnb. If you're more comfortable with just a hotel, 4 rooms and a bed, four walls and a bed, excuse me, hotel. All up to your comfortability. So really, it's about you, what you need. Stallion, I believe in August the beach will open. Yes, I believe so. You know, right now, remember, we're still in May right now. We got June, July. I think in the next month, everything will start coming together as far as exact dates and stuff like that. Machinist mate, there you go. That's what my son's doing. Machinist mate. Stallion, yeah. Thank you for the $5, brother. Yeah, I think the August 20th, the beach should be open. They're waiting for the beach because the problem with the beach is, excuse me, as I told you guys before, you don't want to rush to open the beaches because then everybody will go there. Everybody go to the beach. Oh, the club's not open? Okay, we can party on the beach all day. And then you'll get too many people congregating and you have a chance for a second wave of the virus. So right now, the beaches will probably be the last place open. Yeah, ain't nobody stealing the Cowboys hat. A machinist mate, yes. He fixes engines. Oh, I know you bored over there, Kaz. Trust me. Today was a boring day. Well, Big Trini, for your first trip, like I said, it's up to you. For resorts, they're not really guest friendly. Amvi is guest friendly, but you might want to contact them directly. I do know they close at the moment because everything's going on. But you might want to contact them directly. Hotels is cool, depending on where you want to be located in the strip. So you kind of got to decide that. What is your level of convenience? What do you need? What do you have to have? That's how you kind of judge where you're gonna stay. You know. So for places to stay, it depends on you and your convenience. You in the bill? All right, man. Listen, I'm letting you guys know right now. I just gave you my speech about what I plan on doing. I plan on taking Flip Flop to the next level. More businesses, of course, as well when things get back to normal. Party wise, I'm gonna throw some epic parties. I already have, but I'm gonna make it even. It's gonna be even worse. Not worse, but it's gonna be even like to the point where if you're not there, you don't want to hear about it. Put it like that. If you're not at one of the Paradise Life events, you don't want to hear about it. You know, and like I said, I'm not knocking anybody who does parties. I know Russ does parties. Other people do parties. I'm not knocking anybody who does parties. I'm talking about what I'm gonna do with my parties. I'm gonna take my events to an entirely new level because I just know what the town needs. You know, I know what the town needs, and I'm just gonna be focused on building the Paradise Life brand up, Flip Flop brand, everything for me from this point on. Paradise Life and Flip Flop. Anything else comes along, of course, we'll add on to that. But Paradise Life and Flip Flop, just building the brand up as much as we can. So that's what I'm focused on. Khalil, what's the one thing I miss from the States? Little Debbie's. I ain't gonna lie, Little Debbie's. I get my Funyuns down here. I can't get the hot Funyuns down here, but I get Funyuns. I'm a little fat kid. I like little. I was just before the live. I was just choking on a Hershey's chocolate. Like I ate it too fast. I wanted to clear my throat for the live, and I was choking on that. I'm a little fat kid. I like snacks. You know what I'm saying? So the thing I miss the most, besides my kids, of course, the thing I miss the most is probably Little Debbie's. I like all Little Debbie snacks. Someone posted a thing of Little Debbie's on Facebook talking about which one, if you could only choose 3. I said, I can't choose 3. I gotta have zebra cakes. I gotta have all of them. Gotta have the round ones, the raisin joints. I gotta have all of the Little Debbie's. So probably my favorite thing I miss is Little Debbie. Or no, Little Debbie's and pizza. New York pizza. Mainly Jamaica Avenue. My favorite spot. What's the name? Margaritas on Jamaica Avenue, which is still there to this day. Probably the best pizza on the East Coast and the West Coast. Probably the best pizza in the world. Margaritas on Jamaica Avenue. I know I'm making some comments on that one. Oh, Sosua is nice too. Yeah, Sosua is dope. No problem, my friend. You're not too late. It's all good. Casalinda's offering 10% off. That's it. Wow. No doubt, Alfredo. No doubt. Yeah, New Gardens. I tell people, New Garden is cool, especially for first timers. I've never stayed there. I've thrown parties there, but never stayed there only because I call it the frat house. It's too many, but it's cool because you get to meet so many people. But that's not my vibe. You know what I'm saying? New Garden is cool as hell, but it's just not my vibe. I need my own thing. Daryl, what up? Julio, yeah, look for Airbnb, man. The area you're gonna be in, August 28th, you should be good. Margarita's Pizza, I'm telling you. Johnny Flacco, stop hating. I love my zebra cakes. All right. Oh, Star Crunch. I used to be addicted to those in high school. Junior, ooh, I ain't have a junior cheesecake in so long. I did not have one in so long. Oatmeal. You know what, Gary? I like the oatmeal cookie, but the fudge round was one of my favorites, though. Nah, Kevin. See you wildin', Kevin. Gabby's Pizza. Shout to Gabby's. I've had great pizza, but I'm telling you right now, Margarita's got it. Selena, can we expect to see a Mr. Flip Flop or Paradise? Listen, Selena, I'm gonna tell you something right now. It's something that's in the works as far as conversations. But we need money. We need we need the finances, and we need the location. For something like that, I would love to do it, but it will take some time to plan out. Yeah, New Garden is a cheat code. There you go. So yeah, I'm just playing a lot of stuff right now. Just trying to get things, Even I spoke to a friend of mine. He was even saying, "Why are you planning so early in advance?" I said, "Because I want to be ready." Why? What am I gonna wait a week before we open? 2 weeks before we open? I'm planning everything now, so that when we're open, it's lights, cameras, action. Nutty bars are dope. I wasn't really a fan of those, but they're dope. Tremaine, that's a good idea, but the problem is, why would I want to compete with Classicos? And I've said, I've competed with Classicos before, but it was a smaller spot, the spot lounge, the smaller spot. But why would I want to compete with the bread and butter of the town? Cool, let them do their thing. Why not? Why not go somewhere else and do something different? You know what I'm saying? That's always how I've been. Which is why I discussed Puerto Plata. Puerto Plata's got tons of clubs, but there's so many people to fill those clubs, it don't matter. They're all going to be packed. Whereas Sosua, yes, there's a lot of people for a Friday, Saturday to fill 2 clubs. But what about the rest of the week? You have to understand something. I come from a viewpoint of being in the club every single day. In Puerto Plata, in Sosua, in Santo Domingo. Every single day. So the Sosua of years ago, Monday was like Saturday. Tuesday was like Saturday. If it comes back to that, knock on wood, then yes, another club in Sosua is due. But if it goes back to the point where Sosua is popping all week long on a decent level, but Thursday, Friday, Saturday, that's when it's crazy, then it's not worth opening a second club, because now you only make money Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday crowd, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, is only going to go to Classical because there's not enough people in town. And this is my personal viewpoint. Now in Puerto Plata, I could be packed every day, no matter what size my spot is, big club, small club, whatever it is. Because in Puerto Plata, most of the locals, they're partying every day, and a lot of us go out to Puerto Plata to party now. Whereas before it wasn't like that. Now it's tons of us go out to the Puerto Plata to party. So you got to understand the dynamics of who you're trying to sell to. I understand what you're saying, but you also got to understand everybody's gonna go where they know. Classicos is a brand. Classicos like Blue Magic. It's a brand. Don't step on it. Don't try to change it. Don't change the name. It's a brand. You try to put another brand on the block, and right now there's no areas that I see, that can be a focal point. What I can see at the moment, and people are gonna say, well, that's not Blue Magic. It can be done. It has been done, but I'm just saying at this very moment, I don't see the location that would say you can compete with Classico. That's just my personal opinion. And like I said, if it goes back to the back in the days where Monday was like Saturday in the town, then yes, open up another club immediately. But at this moment, you gotta get things back slowly but surely and see what happens in the next few months. Jessica Lee, how you doing, love? Oh, strawberry shortcake swirls. Oh, Swiss rolls. Kidding me? Come on. No, I got the fan blowing directly on me. Like, woof. I'm surprised you guys hear me. I got the fan blowing so hard. 29. It is still hot, but this is not too bad a night. Said Willie gonna bust your head. Actually, somebody bought it. 905. I know the building you're talking about. Someone. Actually, I don't know the guy who bought it. I do know him, but I don't know him. Like, we're not friends. As far as we've talked before. But the Dominican dudes who work for him were trying to get me to talk to him. We just kept missing each other, and then all this stuff happened. It has been sold. Someone did buy it. I rock it. Hey, Julio, a red New England Patriots hat. Shout out to my man Ralph. He had a red New England Patriots hat. I was like, oh man, I wanted to get that from him so bad. Trey, Porter Platter's the move. I'm telling you. I was telling people back in the day when I had my spot, Porter Platter was the place to be. There's money every day. Simple logic. Hold on. I know you cannot turn a garden tool into a housewife. Is it bad to turn a mango into a baby mama? You just got to deal with that. That's on you. I wanted to talk about. I might talk about it on Sunday. I wanted to talk about simps. I got some things I want to say about simps. D, that sounds good, but there's too much. See, you guys understand how the town works. If you get him, all right. Case in point. If you came with $1 million right now and said we gonna open up a club in Sosua, if the location ain't right, if you don't have the backing of the locals who are the ones who get those mangoes there, if you ain't got a few top general mangoes to make sure that everybody goes there, with a few street hustlers, it's not gonna work. I'm gonna tell you something. I can make anything work, so you got it messed up. I'm not talking about me. I'm saying generally. I've seen spots, and I won't name no names, that paid every taxi, every motor concho, every street hustler, every pimp to bring people to the spot, right? And they were always empty. You know why? No one wanted to be there. It was just out of the way. Mind you, it was in between two spots, but it was just, I don't want to go there. Okay, I'll walk up and I'm leaving. It's all about getting someone to try something new, but this place was old. It's not new. They just tried to make it new. So the reality is, it can be done, but it has to be the right situation. And for me, I'm gonna tell you something. For me, I would tell you in a heartbeat, that's not the right situation. Depending where it's at. I would look at location, vicinity of the beach and the hotels, vicinity of the action, and I would tell you if it's the right place. I'm gonna tell you right, because everybody just wants to be in the mix, and we know where the mix is. So if you're not in the mix, it's really hard. Willie Wiggins, what's up with you? Anita, stop rubbing it in. I do need my AC. After one used to be the ish. They tried to reopen it, couldn't do nothing. Oh, Johnny, the NFL schedule came out today. NFL schedule came out. NFL said they're not changing nothing except international games. College football, two coaches said this is America. We will be okay. We're playing football. Remember, the season don't start till September. So they already they're going to lose some time with the preseason games and stuff, obviously, because preseason starts in August. But they ready. They just got to do the workouts. They're not even worried about it. They're not worried about it. Well, no, like I said, Alfredo, a red New England hat. Red New England hat. Well, you got to remember, son, Jackson, the Latin and Classicals had a deal worked out. So that's the only reason the Classical closed. Is that Trey? No, I don't think that's Trey. No, I don't think that's that Trey. Well, Mr. Infamous, I'm going to tell you right now. With Willie in charge, everybody's expecting The old Sosua. That's what everybody's expecting right now. They're like the old Sosua, the old Sosua, the old Sosua. I'm gonna tell you that right now people kind of want the old Sosua. People kind of want the old Sosua, so it may go back to that. Only because, and everybody's hungry right now. Everybody's hungry. All businesses are hurting. As I told you guys, there's no guarantee that all these businesses are here when you guys come down. There's no guarantee, because the reality is a lot of places are hurting. You know, with this is something that's never happened before. You know, this is something that's never happened before. What up, Willie Green? Why does DR let trash like I don't know, Mr. Black. I can't. Shout to the mayor. He's cool. He's not trash. He's all good. Oh, there you go, Ralphie. All right. Yeah, see, I ain't forget that red New England hat, man. That's a dope hat. And I can't stand New England. That was a dope hat, though. All right. So Black Mamba asked me, how do I think the new entertainment complex going to do? I'm going to tell you right now. I was with Taylor yesterday. I don't think who wants to go all the way down there. I don't think it's going to do good. I didn't think it was a good idea when it started. I said that before. I didn't think it was a good idea when it started. So, when they started building it, it's huge. It's huge. But why would you go down there? If Classicals is open, Sosua is the way it used to be, why would you go down there? No knock on them guys. I think it's a dope spot. It looks huge. It's like a sports bar, club, restaurant, barber. It's like a whole bunch. It's like 10 things in one. Which the idea is good, but it's away from all the hotels, all the Airbnbs, all the action. You know, everybody down here is gonna go to the same place they always go, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just the normalcy of it. Question number 1, ID. Is FIFA still on? No, but what do they call that? The Bundesliga League? They're starting May 11th or May 12th. Elaine, shout out to you, Elaine. Elaine, so Taylor told me he saw you in the supermarket, and you told him you'd asked about him. And I said, oh man, Taylor, Elaine's gonna kill me because she has been asking about you. So I'm glad you finally saw him in the supermarket. Shout out to you, Elaine. Well, he told me, I said, oh yeah. I said, yeah, Elaine has been asking about you, bro. I just said, every time me and Elaine talk, something happens, and then I just, I forget to holler at you. So yeah, shout out to you, Elaine. Hopefully you're doing good over there. Well, 905, the thing is, you won't get stadium attendance money, but you will get TV money. So why not get that TV money? TV money's better than anything right now. You saw how good the NFL draft did. You see how good the Last Dance is doing. It's TV money. Get some sports on. Even if the stadium is half full. Miami Dolphins have like one of the better stadiums in the NFL. They said they can hold like the most amount of people. I think like 70,000. They said they'll still probably fill it with 15 to 20,000 because they can do it. They have some their stadium's registered by the health department or something like that as being, but before all this, as being one of the safer stadiums health wise. They can do 15 to 20,000 and still get TV money. You can't beat that. So even if you don't have the stadiums filled, you get that TV money. Kaz, we'll see, brother. We'll see about that. Yeah, Don, that's a Chinese Dollar General, yeah. Ro, like I said on Sunday service about prices, you'd be kind of stupid to raise your prices. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as businesses go, I wouldn't raise my prices. Nah, no strip clubs in Sosua, brother. No, Jackson Jeter, you want to hear something wild? I'm gonna tell you something wild. So the Chinese restaurant across from the police has opened. They are open for takeout only, right? I haven't seen nobody inside, but I'm thinking they opened for the police. I don't know if the police are eating from them, what it is, but that one Chinese restaurant across from the police station is open. I will never eat there. I tell you, the one time I ate there, I got sick as hell. I'll never eat there again. Before all this, before Corona, I ate there one time. I got sick as hell. I'll never eat there again. And I'm not eating no Chinese food anyway, even though I love General Tso's chicken. Shout to me for having General Tso's wings back in Flip Flop once we open up. Yes, I found a General Tso's sauce. I have General Tso's wings once again. Unshameless plug because I was so happy when I found it. Why is it deemed negative if a person sends Mango money? It's not deemed negative. It's just deemed negative if a person thinks that's their girlfriend and they're going to love them and be loyal to you. All right, let's get into Simp Talk real quick. Simp Talk. Alfredo, yeah, Bundalisa. That league is supposed to start May 11th. Real quick. Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. Simp Talk. So, off of D's quote, D's question, why is it deemed negative if a person sends a Mango money? If you send money to anybody, Mango, Chulo, whoever you send money to, I don't care. It doesn't matter. You helping somebody, that's all good. I've been giving people money. Some people wanted me to send money to certain people. Cool. It doesn't matter. If you want to help somebody, help somebody. What I deem as negative is if you're sending someone money, believing their loyalty. I want to say this in the clearest English I could possibly say. Let me clear my throat. You cannot buy loyalty. Let me say it again for the hearing impaired. You cannot buy loyalty. So if you're sending money for loyalty, that's when it's looked at as a negative light. That's when you're a simp. If you're sending money to help somebody out, buy groceries, pay the rent, whatever the case may be, cool. If you're prepaying, you want to send money now so you can link up with them later, that's cool. Just make sure you link up. But if you're sending money for loyalty, that's where you messed up. That to me is a simp. Because you cannot buy loyalty, you cannot buy love. There is no such thing as Benjamin Franklin love. There's no such thing. It does not exist. Trust me when I tell you this. Okay, I've dealt with women who have been with millionaires, and I'm back then I'm like 1,000 there. You know what I'm saying? I'm nowhere near these guys, but they're messing with me, and they have all the money in the world over there. Money cannot buy love, cannot buy loyalty. Just forget about it. And anybody who thinks, I know that some people had that arrogance saying, well, I got a bankroll, I can have whatever I want. Yes, you can. You can have whatever you want. But what you can't have and what you won't have is love and loyalty. That's what your money can't buy you. Your money can get you an hour or a couple of hours or a whole night with a beautiful woman. Yes, your money can get you that. Anywhere in the world. But what your money can't get you, what it won't get you, is love or loyalty. It just won't happen. So that's the answer to that question. That's something I want to talk about. Might go deep into that on Sunday with the Simp Talk. Yeah, TV money's the best thing. Don, I do know you had to have a special license for the golf carts. I don't know if they're going to keep that up, but I do know that. Lloyd, we still got to talk. I didn't forget about you, Lloyd. I just be caught up with so much crap. Oh, them General Tso's wings, remember? Yo, they dope. Oh no, Felix, you're right about that. The Dominicans do the work. They don't touch the money. You know, a simple logic. Good luck with that one. Don, I don't think so, but we'll see. We can't talk until everything's over. You heard me, Anita. Say it again for people in the back. You're right. I hate when I see that, man. I hate when I hear I get the questions and I get the emails and and I don't mind. Listen, I respond to everybody, but I hate when I get the emails and the paragraphs where someone asks me about their girl, and I'm like, I'll tell you a quick story. A friend of mine got married once, and it wasn't the greatest situations. I didn't think so, but he pulled me to the side and he asked me, "Hey, what you think?" And I said, "My man, let me tell you something. If you gotta ask me what I think about your lady, you shouldn't be with her. That's just, if you have your own doubts, you shouldn't be with her. Because I'm gonna tell you like this, I go with my gut about everything. My gut ain't never steered me wrong except when I gotta keep going to the bathroom. My gut is always right. And if you have a gut feeling, and I'm not talking about a jealous feeling. Let's separate two different things. I'm not talking about being jealous and you got the little butterflies in your stomach because you think she messing around with your homie or something. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about that gut feeling you get when you know something's not right. When 1 + 1 = 7, and 1 + 1 = 2. That's what I'm talking about. I got a very good intuition about that sometimes. I just know something's not, like when I know someone's lying. When someone's telling me a story, I'm like, word, for real? Okay, you know what I'm saying? And if I've done it to you, I'm sorry. It's not always like that, but sometimes I just know when someone's telling me BS. But, you have that gut feeling and it tells you, man, something ain't right. Which is why I tell people, send whoever you want money, because, a lot of people need help. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you, people need help. But do not think you are buying love and loyalty. That just is not what it is. You want to get married, cool, but you gonna be like Sam Rothstein in Casino with Ginger. He told her, he said, "I know you don't love me now, but maybe you'll grow to love me." He was honest with himself. He knew what she was, but he loved her. If you could be honest with yourself, then cool, do your thing. But if you're gonna send money believing that this woman loves you, she adores you, she's faithful to you, I love you, Poppy, let's cut it, stop it, not slit your wrist. It's over, because you've given up on life. This is not gonna happen. You cannot buy love and loyalty. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how much money you have. All the money in the world is gonna buy you fake love and fake loyalty. Straight like that. D ain't no simp, trust that. Word, the Beatles said it, right? You can't buy faithfulness. Well, I consider that loyalty. You can't buy faithfulness. Mission Gold. Sosua to Puerto Plata to live. I always honest, I love living in Puerto Plata because you can always come back to Sosua. Sosua is a 25 minute ride. Just the ambiance of Puerto Plata, I loved it. Lived in Puerto Plata for about 4 years, something like that. So, shout Don. Yeah, 107. He said them likes on the chat looking diabetic. Let's get those likes up, y'all. Excuse me. What are the odds of Picaflor reopening? I will bet $1 million that I don't have Picaflor never reopens. Best things in life are free. You better believe it. David Creighton, shout to you for that $20, brother. Appreciate it. Big shout. If you want to prepay, you can. I know guys that prepay. I know a lot of guys that prepay. My biggest thing is somebody made the comment up there. If you prepay, make sure you have an agreement, because sometimes they'll still want something when you come down. Or sometimes I know guys that the person didn't show up. So when you prepay, just make sure you have an agreement. I don't think it's simple when you prepay. You know what you're doing. You just saying, hey, I know you need this now. Cool, I'll see you when I see you. Old Sarge, what it do, baby? Gil, what's good with you, baby? Eddie V, I'm down, man. Let's do it. Hit me up before you come down. We said, son, we gotta get a whip and head out there. Let's do it. I'm always down for a campo run. I love the campo. Kaz, for your comment, Casanova, you said you're confused why dudes are looking for love and loyalty. I know many of men, I don't have enough fingers to count, that have married girls they met at Sosua. Nothing wrong with it. It's to each his own. If you happy, I'm happy. So nothing wrong with it. So you can't judge a person by how you are, by how I am, by how certain guys are. Certain men find love in Sosua. It is what it is. We cannot judge them. I know you will be judgmental, but we cannot judge them. I will never judge anybody. My biggest line in the world is, if you happy, I've had guys come and talk my ear off and tell me how their man was doing this, their man got married, their man did that. And I always tell them, look, me and you don't agree with it. But if he's happy, you should be happy. That's it. Let them, you gotta let that person live. You can't be in their ear and tell them, yo, you stupid. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. You cannot be in someone's ear calling them idiot, stupid, she's a hoe. You can't do that. You have to let that person live their life. Because there's a girl you may like. And there's somebody before you met her that can call her a hoe to you. So you can't do that. You may know this girl from Sosua, but that one girl that you really, really like, that you really adore, that you met in the campo in the mountain, there's a dude in the mountain that can call her all types of names above you. So everybody got a pass. So the reality is, for the dudes that want to do it, cool. Do I agree with it? No. But the dudes that want to do it, cool. As long as you happy, I'm happy. I don't judge nobody. I know people come here looking for love. I know people get caught up with some of these women and know what they are and don't care. They go, listen, I got my cape. I'm going to save you. Let's go. Nothing wrong with that. Do I agree with it? No. Do I judge them? No. Because sometimes, and you have to understand, being a person as myself who's been through a lot in my life, sometimes you may need somebody at the moment. Maybe you got divorced, maybe something happened in your life, maybe you took a loss, but you may need somebody at the moment, and here comes that person, walks through that door, that gives you all the attention you need, all the affection you need, and in that moment, they were perfect for your life. They may not be perfect for you, but in that moment, they were perfect for your life. So that's what you guys don't understand, which is why I don't judge people who do the things they do. Why I don't judge anybody is, some of you guys who talk all tough and this and that, you guys got wives back home, I'm sure. You guys are in love with a chick back in the States. But I'm going to tell you something, sorry to burst your bubble before I get back in these questions. Sorry to burst your bubble. I've knocked down a lot of Susie homemakers. Wedding ring, kids, picket fences. I've knocked down a few of those. When husbands went to work, I was knocking them down. And thought to myself, good Lord, how can this be? So we think back in the States, we just got this beautiful lives. Some of those women that you are madly in love with, thinking they could do no wrong, they got a side dude. This side dude epidemic is not new. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to have y'all go kill your wives, kill your girlfriends. I'm just saying. So don't just look at women of leisure as saying that they're that. Some of you guys, Susie homemakers, are worse than some of these women. I'm gonna tell you that straight up and down. And I can personally say this from my own experience. Okay? So what you have to do is you have to look at each individual person and don't knock them. I tell guys, oh, he a sucker, he a simp. You know what I'm saying? But that's my opinion talking amongst my people. But I'm not gonna down that person. I'm gonna just be like, yeah, he a simp. Let him live. Let him live. Let him be a simp. Let him be a sucker. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's not affecting me in my life, as long as it's not affecting you in your life, it don't matter. Let me get back to these questions. If you have to ask, she ain't yours. There you go, Felix. Shout out to you, 40. I missed the wings too. Hey, D, see? D, you got to stop sitting in the corner with me, man. You be too caught up in my business. Money can't buy love. We know that. We know that. Spidey sense. There you go. Yeah, we would rock out with Ginger, but Sam Rothstein wanted love from Ginger. Ginger didn't have no love for him. Well, Mr. Infamous, if for a tour to La Romana would be kind of expensive because La Romana is the other side of the country. I've been to La Romana, went to the resort out there. I actually plan when all this kind of gets back to normal. I told you guys one of the first things I'm doing is buying a package at one of these resorts. I know the resort's gonna be dirt cheap. I'm trying to go to maybe Punta Cana, Romana all over again. Hold on. Are there any 50 plus mangoes? Probably so. Joshua L. I gotta read this comment. Joshua L. A chica told me this virus is making her want to leave her lifestyle. She says she wants to be good. All right, Joshua. I'm gonna tell you why. She's saying that. For some reason, someone out here in DR is spreading that if a girl gets the coronavirus, it's because she was working the street and got it from a gringo. I have no idea who started this rumor, but for like 3 weeks now, girls would hit me up like, yeah, I know this girl, she got coronavirus, and she got it because she was a woman of the night messing with the gringos. I said, hold on. Ain't been no gringos down here in months. Not to laugh, but if she's sick, that has nothing to do with tourists because ain't no tourists here. She's like, yeah, but that's where she said she got it from. I was like, did she investigate where she got it from? Like, come on. So that's why some of them are saying it. They think they're getting it from tourists. Hey, D, I'm with the shits, man. Bring the questions on. Omar, Simp Talk. We might make Red Cup Chronicles Simp Talk. Would I consider Sosua a Simp Paradise? Yes. Believe it, listen, Mr. Plex, okay. We might make Red Cup Chronicles at the hour mark, at 9 o'clock on the dot, since that's when we started. We'll make Simp Talk on Red Cup Chronicles. Now listen, Mr. Plex said, would you consider Sosua a Simp Paradise? Yes, and I'm going to tell you why. And I'm going to blow all of your minds right now for you guys that have been here, especially if you've been here in groups. And Cousin Felix, he's gonna jump in as soon as I start saying it. If you come down here with your man, if you come down here with a group of 3 or more, or 4, or whatever it is, or just you and your man, there is a 90% chance your man didn't tell you he's sending his girl money. There's a 90% chance he's in love with her. I'm telling you from the jump. So when I say simp, there are a lot of guys, and I speak to them. So don't. I'm not guessing. There's no guessing about it. I speak to these guys and I tell them, it's your money, do what you want. Listen, I don't condone it, but I'm not gonna judge you. I'm not gonna tell you don't give that girl money. No, send her money. It's your money. You ain't gonna tell me to do with my money. I'm gonna buy my red one, I'm gonna buy my Grey Goose. I'm gonna do what the hell I want. So I'm not gonna tell you what to do. As a man talking to another man, I'm just gonna tell him, just make sure you understand. There's no. I do my face like this. I do that all the time, and I go, I don't know. Just make sure you understand what it is. But just so you know, if you come down with somebody, if you've been in a group, 90%, I'm almost 90% sure one of those people you were with on one of your trips, was simping. I'm just gonna tell you. I've had guys tell me, yo, don't tell my man. Don't. And you see, look, you see how G I am. I ain't saying no names. I never will. That's not how I get down. You pull me to the side, yo, don't tell my mans in them, but I gave her like 500. Like, and I'm like, for what? And the man's yelling out, yo, G, talk to that dude, man. He gave her like $150. They don't know. He thinks 150. But his man telling me, I gave her like 500. I really like her, man. I'm going to take her out the game. Okay, but you know what this is. I'm telling you right now, I give the same face all the time. So just so you understand, when I say there's so many simps, a person will tell you, man, F that chick, man, F that chick, bro, man, get out of here, man, she ain't nothing to me, man. And he's secretly texting her, yo, where you at, mom? Mommy, where you at? Trust when I tell you. What's up with everybody doing Monday Night Raw? Felix said 98%, I said 90. What's up with everybody do? I don't know. Everybody want to do Monday Night Raw. I have no idea. No, Sky Luke, if you stay over 30 days, you just gotta pay. It's a level. Anything over 30 days is, top of my head, $50. And it goes up every 30 to 60 days. MJ shrug. You right? I believe that. Oh, there you go. Felix wrote it down already. Devon AD, you was side dude of the year 2018. You was running up because I was number one in 2019. You better believe it. And shoot, I think I was number one from I was number one from 97, 99. I was side dude of the year. Definitely, 1,000%. 2005 to probably 2010, I was in the top 5 dead or alive side dude. I was a very good side dude. King Love, even with a kiss in the mouth, I don't judge nobody, bro. I don't judge anybody. This is what I speak from experience. I've been with girls where we're together, we're hanging out, maybe not having sex, and maybe just hanging out, drinking, eating, or just sitting together talking ish, and they'll show me their phone, and they'll be like, "You believe this guy? He thinks I love him? What?" And I'm like, that's really my face. So you know what I'm saying? The girls can't believe you love them. So it's like I look at you and I'm looking like I know what she's thinking when she's texting you. So what are you thinking? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Dudes come down and get married all the time. Nah, Sky Luke for here. There's no problems. After 30 days, you just gotta pay a fine. This is a small fine, no big deal. They stamp you on the move. I did it to Colombia recently. I did it approximately 4 times already, the overstay fee. So it's no big deal. Business-wise, how is the government towards foreigners who operate business in Sosua, Puerto Plata? Mission goal, just have your paperwork straight. As long as your paperwork is straight, the government will not bother you. People will try to get money out of you as they do, but the government will not bother you. Jackson said he got married in Hotel Calibri. It was Captain Save O Productions. Well, look, Jackson, that's it. Put that money up. Let's buy Calibri. Let's go. I like Calibri too. It used to be a dope spot. Ray, listen, that's why I can't judge. I'm sure, Ray Loyal, I'm sure people have fallen once, twice, 3 times. It happens. But I always tell people, keep it in perspective. You'll hear me say that a lot. Keep it in perspective, because here is my thoughts. If I pay a woman to be with me, okay, what else can it be? In my mind, it can't be anything else. We could be best friends. We could be buddies, text buddies, bed buddies, whatever you want to be. But it can't be anything above that. Do you understand? Guys, I don't lie about me. One of my children is by a woman who I met out there. We were bed buddies. We became, for like over a year and a half. We were knocking boots. She was doing her thing. I was doing my thing. We were just getting together every time we linked up, and then one day she got pregnant. Okay, it's what happens with adults. But I never thought it could be anything more than that. She wanted more, and I was like, no, that's not gonna happen. But once the exchange of services are done, and it becomes a business transaction, I don't see anything else. I don't care how much I like you. You may be my down ass. You may be my pound ground. I love you to death, but it can never be anything else. That's my mindset. Now every man is not like me. My mind works differently. My feelings work differently. I don't see anything above what it was at that moment. You know, we can rock with each other. I got girls I rock with for years. Years. I may not see her for a year, but we see each other, boom, we going straight to the crib. You know, for years. I messed with girls so long that they had 3 kids and I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? They disappeared when they got pregnant, came back, I didn't know nothing. Next thing I know, who are those kids? Oh, those are my kids. You had like no kids when I met you. I got 3 now, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But I keep it in perspective. Do I like her? Oh, love her to death. Let's go. She get anything she wants from me, anything we want. But I know that it will never be boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. It'll never be that. I keep it in perspective. That's the difference with me. D, come with the questions, baby. Come with the questions. Ryan, we know you always come solo, but you know you never solo because I'm riding right with you, Ryan. Is it true Dominican men are very jealous? The entire Dominican culture is very jealous. If you want the truth, the men are very jealous. The women are very jealous. That's just the culture. That's just the culture. Don Omar said they clown the dudes. It happens. D, 500 US, bro. 500 US. Hey, P City said it. The Dominican women have a man feeling real good. Listen, Latin affection is a mother. All right, I say it all the time. Go ahead, D. I'm waiting for the questions. Yeah, listen. Red Cup Chronicles is Q&A. We talk about whatever we talk about. Also, we're gonna start doing Simp Talk at 9:00 p.m. an hour into the show. But you guys ask whatever you want to ask. And D, you know you don't hold your tongue with me. Simple logic. How did I select my baby mamas? I did not plan any of my children except my oldest daughter, who is 14 years old now. That's the only child I ever planned with my ex-wife. We planned to have a child together. I did not plan any of my kids. I'm not into the planning thing. Whatever happened, happened. And yes, child support is very cheap here. Like I told you guys before, I pay about $125 a month for one of my kids, another $100 for another one, and the other one is just whatever they need, they give me a call. How does it work? You really don't want to go to court. I don't recommend ever going to court. It's not beneficial. Okay, so D said, do you think the dude who only have sex when they travel are messing up the market? No. I'm gonna say this one time, and I'm gonna say it very clearly. There's no such thing as messing up the market. All that nonsense, miss me with it. Miss me with it. You know why? Because what you do with your pockets and your money and your time does not affect me. What that guy does over there with his money, his pockets, his time, does not affect me or you. So when people say messing up the market, how? If that guy wants to pay that amount, let him. You don't have to. You can say, well, the girls think this. No. I know many guys who stick to their guns on one thing, and that's it. There's nothing else to talk about. And if it's not going down in their way, deuces. Problem is, you guys, and I'm going to say it to you guys, there's some of you guys in this chat, 183 people, there's some of you guys in this chat right now. You guys get so obsessed with that one. You get so obsessed with that one. When she throws that high football number up there, you ain't trying to hear that. And you don't want to hear no. Move on to the next. But you're so that, and I'm telling you, I've seen it. Some guys get so obsessed with that one, they gotta have that one. All these other ones, but it's that one that says no to them. Maybe it's because they say no, maybe because there's something about that one they gotta have her. Oh, the other guy messed it up for me. No, he didn't. Get off of that one. There's like 400 more, 500 more. But you're stuck on that one. Trust me, I've been stuck on that one, but you know what I do? I find the other one. And I don't get stuck on the one. And I tell the one, my man Biddy used to say, I see you next go round. It is what it is. But a lot of you guys talk about they're messing up the game because you're stuck on the one. You gotta and I ain't mad at you. Look, there's that one. She's that model you saw in the video. She's woo. I ain't mad at you, but it's on you. Move on. There's another one just as bad. It's just that you stuck on the one, and you watch right now like, man, how you know I was stuck on that one? Cause I seen you chasing around like a puppy. How'd you prep a newbie for Sosua? Oh man. Funny story. So my first trip, shout to Chuck, cousin Charles. They gave us glasses. They kept calling us on three-way, all the newbies. Like before WhatsApp, there was no WhatsApp. So I'm like, yeah, I'm like, blah blah. So my cousin, we used to run the streets wild back in the day. So my cousin knew. He's like, Greg, you can handle this. We done did all types of things with women. Anything you can think of, orgies, all types of crazy stuff we was doing. So when it came to here, he was like, you can handle this, ain't nothing. He's like, but we know we got to just talk to you because you're a newbie. So they gave us glasses. Back then, you couldn't make eye contact. If you made eye contact with a woman, she beeline straight to you. Eye contact in DR back in the day means eye contact back in the day means I'm your boyfriend. If you in the club and you look, you're her boyfriend. Forget it. It's over. Your night's over. That was Sosua back in the day. Any eye contact meant you were about to get married. You have a fiance now. All right, that's how it was. So they gave us glasses to wear. I hate glasses. I hate the bridge of my nose with glasses. So I took mine off, and sure enough, I made eye contact because that's what I like to do. That's my little smoothness to the game. And everybody I made eye contact with, pew pew. They all up on it. I was big then, so they rubbing on my arms. They feeling on my arm. Like, hey, I'm thinking I'm a teen idol. Like, hey, okay, ladies, I see. So the funny part was my first day, my second day, excuse me. I didn't go to the club the first day. I passed out a whole bottle of tequila. So second day, I kept telling everybody I saw, I'll see you in the club, and I'll see you in the club, and I'll see you in the club. That's just me saying, yo, later, right? Like I said, no WhatsApp. So this is all text messages, phone calls. So I'm like, I'll see you later in the club. So by like the seventh girl I told that to, my cousin smacks me upside my head. He goes, yo, what's wrong with you? I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, you know all those girls are going to be waiting for you in the club? I was like, nah, bro, come on. That's like me telling, hey, I'll see you later. Peace. Get out of here. He said, no. Wait till we get to the club tonight. So I'm like, whatever. Get dressed. We all go into the club. We got the car, walk in the Classico. Sure enough, we get to the VIP. Every corner of Classicos, there's a girl like, hey, I'm over here, hey. I was like, what? He said, dude, they're all waiting for you because you told them to meet you here. I said, okay, well, let me get my drink on because I don't know how this night gonna go. So the prepping people is more about explaining to them what's about to happen, explaining to them what they can expect. Because a lot of guys have come down here and were not told what to expect, and it blew their mind. Jackson G's out the only dude even mind. Hey, you know I am, Jackson. I'm a straight G. Can you wear jewelry or walking around? I wouldn't. I wouldn't wear jewelry in Sosua. I wouldn't wear jewelry in DR. I would wear my beads and stuff. I got the most expensive thing I had down here. I had a nice watch down here, but I wore it only to the club. Just me having my watch on. A regular gold chain, but nothing big. Like my gold chain I used to wear every day. Other than that, no, I wouldn't wear jewelry down here. I know guys that do it. I don't knock them. Me personally, I wouldn't do it. Yeah, you was over on Amsterdam. There you go. Let me catch up to these comments. We got 194 in the chat. Look at those likes up, y'all. Yeah, right. People will grab that jewelry and run away. Mr. Plex, what is my DR body count? Oh, forget about it. I don't know. I'd be lying to you. Oh, sorry. Thank you. My daughter's 15. See, I said 14. 15. Sorry about that. I'm all over the place. My DR body count, I don't know, but I can tell you, and it's not to brag. I think I'm a very dirty person. I was in the hundreds before I found. I was in the hundreds before I found a passport. And so you can imagine being here at one point 2 a day, 3 a day. Just me wilding, then slowing down. Who knows? I have no idea. Put it like this: I'm in a lot of these groups. And I don't brag in these groups. Guys who know me know. Guys who know. The guys who were the vets back in the days from certain websites and we kicking and all that. The guys who know. There's not too much anybody has done that can impress me because I've done a lot. I shouldn't say I've done it all, but I've done a lot. But when I see pictures of people, I just be like, nice. And I leave it at that. Because there's not too many I don't know. Peace City, I don't know about the free rent. I don't know about that. Someone else asked me. I haven't confirmed that with anybody. I haven't confirmed the free rent with anybody. I asked the same question, and no one can tell me that's true. But I do know they can't be kicked out. No matter what, they can't be kicked out. Scott Luke, can you bring Canada? Yeah, you can bring Canadian money down here. Excuse me. From what I see, what are tourists doing wrong when they come here? I don't think they're doing nothing wrong. I just think no one's breaking down the game to them. No one's breaking down what it is. That's all I think. You can never do nothing wrong. I just think guys are getting too caught up. Big Trini, what do I think about meeting a girl in a dating app like Tinder? I think, yeah, I've met a couple girls off these dating apps. For me, I'd stay away from the Sosua area as far as the Tinder goes because once I see their background pic is Classico and Rumble, we know what it is. But you can meet some nice girls. The apps definitely can. All right, so D's got a lot of questions tonight. What's my thoughts on throwing money in Classico? I think it's mad lame. Listen, I had a friend of mine years ago on Take Me Back to Sosua. He said it best. He said, and this is when I was getting money. I'm in the States getting money. He said, guys are throwing money in a third world or developing country, whatever you want to call it, and they don't have it. And he said, I remember he made a comment. He said about himself. He said, I got more money than these guys, and I wouldn't throw money in here. And I said to myself back then, because I was in Atlanta, in Onyx, and all the strip clubs in Atlanta back then, and DR. So in my mind, I was like, well, you know what's wild? When I'm in an Atlanta strip club, I'm virtually a nobody, as far as money goes. I'm with freaking millionaires left and right of me, ball players everywhere, But I'm me. I go have my own fun. You know what I'm saying? So, my money's my money. So I'm a virtual nobody when it comes to who I'm with. You see these guys on TV. You don't see me now you see me on YouTube. But back then, these guys are TV guys. They're well known. I'm a virtual nobody, and I have to throw $3,000, $4,000 in the weekend. Back then, okay? That's me. That's what I like to do. But I could afford to do it. But when guys come down here and they're throwing money at poor people, at poor people, if you ever notice, the guys are jumping on the floor getting the money too. And you throw $1,000, $500, whatever the case may be. And I know some guys got it. Not knocking everybody. Some guys got it. But a lot of guys don't. Could you do that dollar for dollar in the States? Most of them cannot. And I'm not going to knock nobody. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with a dude who was doing it in the States. And if you know for a fact, I don't know how it's going now. I know when you walk into a club in Atlanta and a club in New York, you walk into a strip club, they ask you how many ones you want. And the ones come in denominations of 100. It's a rubber band of 100 minimum. Okay? And ain't nobody in their right damn mind going to get 100. I know a guy that did. I'm lying. He was being a nut because that's all he had was $100. But most people, when you walk in the club, you're gonna be like, nah, I'm good, because you ain't gonna embarrass yourself with a stack of $100. You're gonna get 400, 500, 1,000. They had the bag. I remember, honest, they had the bag. They had the 1,000 bag, the 5,000 bag, the 10,000 bag. Okay, so you're gonna walk in. You have to, once you pay your money, they got how many ones you need. You get the ones right there. Give your dollars over, give you the ones. Now you walk inside. You know what I'm saying? That's really blowing money. You know, we want to live that BMF rap lifestyle. That's real. The real way to do it. You want to be in a third world country, throw a couple dollars in the air, and watch poor people scramble on the floor for it. I don't respect it. I don't like it. I tell people when you're with me, don't do it. If you do it, no knock on you. It's just not my thing. You know, and I tell people on a heartbeat, if you can do that down here, can you do it in the States? That's the only way I feel about it. If you can do it down here in DR, can you throw money in the States? Can I do it right now? I won't. If I could, I wouldn't. Back then, oh yeah. When I had that American bankroll, you better believe it. I'm throwing money. I'm throwing money all over the place. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving money. I'm bringing my girl to the club and she gonna throw money. That's what we do. But that was that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? When I'm in DR, have I ever thrown money? Once. At a pool party where girls were going crazy. You might see me in a video. But it was a pool party with girls dancing. Throwing money in the club, I just don't see it. But like I said, that's just me. It does bring unnecessary attention. And my biggest thing is a lot of guys don't have it like that. Nah, you kind of got to prep a newbie. D, if it's your money you want to throw, you can. Like I said, I'm not knocking it. My biggest thing, and D, you throw money in the club in the States. That's different. My biggest thing is, if you're going to throw money in DR, can you throw money in the States? I know a lot of guys can't. I just know it. You know, when I had my personal training company, I had disposable income. I had money out there. Listen, two of my trainers were making so much money that I gave them. I took a less percentage because I was getting just off the 20% I was making off of them. I could do whatever I want. Just the two of them. I had disposable income. And I'm going to clubs doing what I want. So when I came down here, I was like, well, I could take the money I was spending in the land. I could do way more down here. You know, that's my biggest thing is when it comes to throwing money, it's your money, cool. But one, you put a target on yourself. Now everybody looking at you. And two, it's kind of corny because these are poor people. Can you do it, you know, can you do it in the strip club in Atlanta? Can you do it in a strip club in New York? Can you even buy a bottle in the club in New York? You got to ask yourself those questions. You know what I'm saying? So when I see people throwing money, I just be like, 40, nothing wrong with that. My man comes down, he's Dominican. But he comes down here, he said he's P. Diddy when he's down here. That's cool. But throwing money in the air is a whole nother thing. Pop the bottles, wild out, that's cool. Make it rain. I hate you, D. BKG, what up with you, baby? Stallion, do we think the president will extend the dates further than was expected? Stated. I don't think so because it was the 25th and the Congress pushed it back. So I don't think so. Oh, TF. Jessica, thank you very much, Jessica Lee. I'm telling the truth, Jessica. I mean, it's fun. I have a lot of stories. You know, luckily I've lived an amazing life. Thank God. If I went today, I can say my life was full and fun. So you know, the stories are real. So that's why they kind of like, you know, I get a little articulate with it. I appreciate you watching though. Exactly, BKG. Why would you throw it in class going? Black Moon. There's a bunch of apps, man. I'm gonna start watching on YouTube the Spanish teacher. I forgot his damn name again. Sorry. Hey guys, we got 30 people that hit that like button. Yeah, hit that like button, y'all. Oh, pinups, Blue Flame. I didn't like Magic City, Earn Money. I wasn't a fan of Magic City. Only because too many rappers came with stunting. When I was in Atlanta, in Onyx, BMF was up in there thick. A lot of rappers used to come through there, so it was dope. It was cool. Everybody was having fun. Old Sarge, what are my thoughts on staying at an Airbnb versus Sosua New Garden or Sosua Inn? It's up to you. Do you need an apartment? Then get an Airbnb. Do you just need a bed and four walls and a bathroom? Then get you a hotel. It's all up to you what you need. You know, I started in hotels, Villa Chester for years. I think I stayed in Villa Chester 18 times. Then I found a condo, the apartment. I started doing apartments and stuff before Airbnb existed. Started doing apartments and stuff, and I just found I needed an apartment after that. You know, I never actually stayed in a villa until later on. I didn't even know where the villas were my first couple trips. BMF, yeah. Listen, I can tell you stories about BMF, man. Good Lord. Jay, what up with you? You had the 540, you had the 5,000 back. I'm telling you, hey, they don't know. That's why I said when it comes to throwing money, you walk in a real strip club, they got the options. You can, and listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, 40, you probably seen it. No one wants to grab, no one says give me $100 worth of ones. No one says that. No one wants to be that guy, because then they look at you like, make sure he don't go to the VIP. He ain't got no money. So you got to get the 1,000 bag, or at least 500. You got to get the 500 joint, the 1,000 bag, or you've got a couple of y'all, you get the 5,000 bag. You just got to do it. That's how you have fun. Tremaine, wait, whoa. Everybody, stop the live. Tremaine Carter said, but dudes be having sparkles on $60 bottle of Ciroc. What's the difference? Tremaine, I like sparkles. I like sparkles a lot. So I take that very personal. Throwing money in the air and sparkles on the bottle is two different things. I don't care about people seeing me buying bottles. I just like seeing the light and the snake, when it's like a snake coming through the crowd, bringing your bottles. That's the only reason I like sparkles. I don't care who knows. Listen, if you know I'm in the club, you know I'm popping bottles. So that's over. I don't care where in the world I am. If you see me walking through the club, probably a red hat, some beads on, whatever type of clothes I'm wearing, you know I'm popping bottles. So I don't need the sparkles to announce myself. I just like sparkles. For me. You know, if I go to a club and they got sparkles, I try to sneak my sparkles in and be like, hey, pop these on the bottle. That's just me. I like sparkles. I like when I'm a big kid sometimes. So, Trey, sparkles are good for me. D, I told you I need my sparkles, B. Passions won't be back. Yeah, I heard dudes is throwing money at Skybox. The club across from Envy, you're talking about the Dominican spot, New York City Drink. New York City Drink. Oh, Phil. Phil in the building. Shout out to Philly Dom watching this live from Haiti. Philly Dom, put up Homegirl's YouTube page. I just subscribed to her earlier when you sent me the link. Put up Homegirl's YouTube page, the Haitian young lady. She's got I like what she's talking about on her channel. I was watching a couple videos before I started my audiobooks. What's going on for DR May 17th? DR May 17th is when the curfew is supposed to, I'm sorry, the national emergency is supposed to end. What that means, I can't tell you. Learn Spanish with Paul. I think I heard that one too. But real brother, you live in the A. I mean, you see celebs in the Piggly Wiggly. You see celebs at the Kroger. I mean, that's one thing I love about Atlanta is you see celebs at the gas station. Seeing celebs ain't nothing. So going to the club and seeing celebs is actually kind of corny because you have more fun with the locals because the celebs is doing anything, you doing your thing. So in the A, when I lived in the A for a year, but I would always partying in the A with my sister. In Atlanta, seeing celebs is nothing. I could bump into the brat in the Kroger. You know what I'm saying? Like It's not a big deal in the A because everybody's just living their life. Funny story. I was in I went to Lenox Mall. I took my mother's car. Went to Lenox Mall. This is a long time ago. Soldier Boy just had that song out, that dance song. He had a hit record. So I see a Range Rover pull up to the valet parking. I don't know who it is. I don't care because I'm actually behind him. So I pull in the park and I walk into the Lenox. So I walk into Lenox Mall. I was doing shop. I don't remember what I was shopping for, but I was by myself. And I go on the second floor and I see this mob of girls going crazy. And I'm like, the hell, I'm stay away from that. So I end up going around. There's a shoe store on the other side. I think a sneaker store. So I walked on the other side, and the mob of girls is coming towards me. And they go, whoever's in the middle of this mob is nuts. I'm like, where's the security? Whoever this person is. It ends up being Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy is like 16, 17 years old. He's a little skinny little kid. He's by himself with no security going shopping in Lenox Mall. So the girl, he's got a hit song out. Her girls are going crazy. I get mobbed because they're walking by me, so I get mobbed. I'm like, yo, excuse me. So I said, it turned me off. I want to get out of there. So I start leaving. As I'm leaving, he's starting to run and he's like, effing, I'm out too. He starts to run and tries to lead a mob. He comes by me. I'm like, what are you doing by yourself? Like, what do you gotta like a hit? Like, he's like a superstar at that moment amongst these young teenagers. And he's like, yeah, man, I just came to get some sneakers, whatever. I was like, man, you gotta get out of here. So, like I said, I was bigger at the time, and we just walk in. Now everybody thinks I'm in security because we're going the same. Come to find out, that was his white Range Rover I was behind. So we end up leaving his Range. They pull his Range Rover. He's like, thanks, man. I said, nah, do your thing. But in my mind, I'm like, why would this kid? And at the time, I didn't know he was, Soldier Boy, all that stuff. But I'm like, why would he be by himself and he's got a hit record out? So you was bumping into celebrities. I bumped into tons of celebrities in Atlanta. So that's nothing. Chris Emil, have I ever stayed in the pool? No, I've never stayed in those rooms. Yeah, I never liked Atlantic, Magic City. Never did. Have a good night, Ma. Oh, Strokers was dope. Strokers, when you walk through the door, you had the little vestibule right there, and you turned and it was the pool tables, and girls was going crazy on them pool tables, boy. Strokers was dope. My first time in Strokers, I had to step back like, whoa, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? You got lost in Sabaneta or Samana? Hey, have a good night, Sean. Hey, Phil, I don't like Goes and Ball. It's kind of corny. The girls were so impersonal. Nah, Cool Breeze. They didn't gut Bailey's. Bailey's been closed. They didn't gut Bailey's at all. Bailey's been closed. They haven't done no construction, and Bailey's got all its tables up, seats up. They're waiting until this blows over. Where do I get the pics, man? I just find them all over the place, man. All over the place. Life in Haiti. Yeah, can you send? You know what? Hold on, Philly Dom. I got you right now. I'm gonna make you a. I'm trying to hold it down. All right, I can't add you as an admin, but Philly Dom, anybody who wants to see the young lady in Haiti, her page is called Life in Haiti. I guess you can go to Philly Dom's page and find her, or you can look up on YouTube, Life in Haiti. She's actually in Haiti, Haitian young lady, and I've only seen a couple of videos. I thought the channel's pretty dope. And Philly Dom gives you, her and Philly Dom will give you that information as far as Haiti goes. So check them out. Yeah, we need some Grey Goose at Miami, y'all. Definitely. Oh man, sorry to hear that. D, you drink Ciroc when you by yourself. You drink Grey Goose when you with me. 905 asked, how many celebs I seen in Sosua? Tons. I mean, tons. Sosua is just like for everybody, y'all. 40, appreciate you. What's the best supplement to take, Blue Boy or the liquid stuff? I like both. The liquid stuff works a little faster. I think everybody risks their life. Anita used to live across the street from Strokers. Oh my goodness, I used to be. I've been to Strokers probably. Onyx was my favorite spot. I was in Onyx all the time. My mother actually called me one time and said, "Where are you? Your plane landed 3 hours ago." I was in Onyx. I went straight from. I got my rental car. I went straight from Onyx, straight from the airport to Onyx. I've been to Strokers probably about 20 something times, 30 something times. I used to like Strokers. Strokers was my secondary spot because a lot of my friends like Strokers more than Onyx. Onyx was just my spot. Sue's Rendezvous wasn't all that to me, Phil. Wasn't all that to me. How long have I been in Sosua, Corey? I've been coming to DR. This Memorial Weekend will make 12 years. I've been living here probably 9.5, 8.5, something like that. Eddie V, you have a good one. We're getting on 2 hours. Any more questions you guys got for me to answer before we get out of here? Yep, Anita, that parking lot used to be packed. Cool Breeze, I wasn't a big fan of Follies. I'll tell you why. I used to mess with this girl that worked in Follies. And even when I stopped dealing with her, I would go in Follies after we stopped dealing with each other, and she would just harass me. So that's why I just stayed out of Follies. Yeah, Linda, yeah, you remember that, Linda? Yeah, Big D. Yeah, Big D actually has a lot of celebs come down and ball players. He knows a lot of people. Yeah, Follies. I had to give up on Follies from this girl. Aaron was good with you. Best club in Sosua. I mean, Classico for right now. When things open back up, Classico was popping before the Corona hit. You know what I'm saying? Classico was definitely popping before the Corona hit. Mr. Plex asked, "What made me start living here?" The same thing that made me live in South Carolina, North Carolina, South Carolina, North Carolina, Atlanta, Ohio. I'm one of them dudes, man. I just get up and go. I had no plans on living here, but it happened. The Venezuelans got to have a visa now for DR, so we'll see. Chris Samil, appreciate that. Shout to No Filter. Shout out to No Filter. Yo, we did an interview with them. I told them we're gonna link up again for another video. I like what those guys are doing. They're definitely dope. How many fellas gonna lie and say they get the neck with the strap on? What the hell? Yeah, I listen. A lot of guys probably do that, but me, I'm on my own thing. I'm on my own thing. All right, guys. So we had 2 hours. D, you said you do? We had 2 hours. I'm on my second cup of wine. Someone just hit me, said go on Mayor's page. I gotta see what's going on over there. Columbus Pinnacle, only for a short period of time. Columbus. Someone just told me something's going on. Anybody been to Mayor's page? Something's going on Mayor's page right now. Lyndon, I think the mangoes are going to try to go high, but it's going to be low because what can they do? They're going to try to go high, though. You better believe it. Real brother, you got to understand something, man. Listen, I make an imprint. You know, you meet me, male or female, I make an imprint. Not that I'm doing nothing, but you know, I leave an imprint on someone's life. And the funny part is, when I deal with a woman, and we just decide to start, it could be mutual, or she could cut me off, whatever the case may be, or I could cut her off. And we see each other, there's always feelings there. Not on my part. I'm cool. I could act like you ain't there. You know what I'm saying? You don't exist. I'm over here doing what I do. But 9 times out of 10, the young lady can't. And so what happens is they start acting up. I've had it happen many a times. So I just stay away and to avoid it. I stay away to avoid it. You know what I'm saying? I don't do nothing. I'm just a nice guy. The red cup, red pill. Appreciate that. King Love, Northside. Nah, Simple Logic, that's too high. We can bring that down. We'll talk about that. So listen, guys, don't forget Sunday service, 11:30 a.m. We're gonna from now on. We're gonna start doing on Red Cup is we get started at the 8 o'clock, and then 1 hour in, once we're at 9 o'clock, we're gonna start Sim Talk, 100% every Wednesday. So Red Cup Chronicles, aka Sim Talk. I'll see you guys later. Appreciate all you guys. Appreciate the love. I'll see you guys on Sunday.